All right, Shalom. I'm a Hebrew Israelite coming out to prophesy the downfall of the sinful kingdom known as Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah, Rome, spiritually Egypt, all right, also known as America today. But before I hop into this lesson, first and foremost, I would like to give all praises to the Most High in their true Paleo Hebrew names and in the Paleo Hebrew tongue. So with that, I want to say Ka Halayim, Le Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Ha, Raka, Kodash, Shema, Maf. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder as well, Ahar One Ban Yasharallah, from whom I learned this truth. And shalom to you brothers, the Akim, and the women and children that sincerely believe, man. All right, and today this lesson is going on affliction. Enduring affliction, being patient throughout affliction, and keeping your faith and your hope through affliction, man, and allowing affliction to make your faith and hope even greater within the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. All right, letting patience have its perfect work. All right. So first and foremost, I want to hop into the book of Ecclesiastes, Salakia, the book of Matthew, chapter 7. I'm going to start at verse 13. It says, Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it, man. All right, so the scriptures tell us to enter in at the straight gate, and that those straights represent affliction, man. All right, trials and tribulations, walking the footsteps that Yahweh shall walk, going through those different trials and tribulations and afflictions in order to get to the kingdom, man. Are doing those things that's required of you, whatever they may be, in order for you to obtain salvation, man. You know what I'm saying? To redeem yourself in the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Or you got to go through those straights. Straight is the gate. And the straight way is doing the work in truth and in sincerity, man. Calling the Lord's true names. Yahweh being the Father, and Yahweh Shah being the name of his only begotten Son. Not Jesus or Jesus or Jehovah, as these other people try to claim that name to be. His one true name is Yahweh the Father and Yahweh Shah his Son, man. All right, it says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go thereat. All right, so that broad way which leadeth into destruction is everything and anything else besides this truth, man. Everything that's pushed in this world by Esau, the so-called Caucasian race, the ones ruling this place, going back into Job 9 and 24. All right, these false religions, these false gods, idolatry, the sodomy, the sin, the homosexuality, that do as thou wilt spirit, that you could do whatever you want in this place and you'll be fine in the eyes of the Lord. No, that's not going according to the scriptures, man. All right, everything that's not this word, taught and done so in truth and in sincerity is going against the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. All right, it says, and that's that way that leadeth into destruction, that broad gate, man. All right, look out onto the earth. Look what they push here in America, man. It's many doors upon the earth, but there's only one door that's going to get you to the kingdom, one door that's going to get you to salvation, man, and that's walking through the straights, that straight and narrow path. All right, calling on those true names, keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, teaching the true doctrine. All right, being a doer of the word and not a hearer only, man. All right, presenting your body as a living sacrifice for the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man. All right, it says, verse 14, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it, man. All right, in that straight gate, you got to be willing to go through those afflictions, man, those different trials and tribulations, which is ultimately meant to make you better. All right, to purge all those impurities up off you so you can enter in through that straight gate, Lord willing, unto salvation, the kingdom, man. All right, being redeemed up out of this place. All right, being redeemed out of these sinful fleshly bodies, man. Given new bodies, laws written into your inward parts, to where you're never able to sin again, go off again, man. Never able to offend the Lord again. All right, it says, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life. All right, so you want to enter that, you want to go down that pathway and enter through that door which leadeth unto life, man, salvation. And again, that only door, that only path is doing the work. All right, the way is written to do it, man. Come out on the highways and byways. All right, uplift your voice as a trumpet. All right, teach on the unicorn, the internet. You know what I'm saying? Doing your lessons. Uh, being a doer of the word and not a hearer only. You know, presenting your body as a living sacrifice, man. Making yourself a target for the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man. All right, showing him that you're willing to stand for his word, man. All right. And it says, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it, man. All right, and the only one that's going to be able to find that straight and narrow gate, that straight and narrow way, is that hopeful elect, the 144,000, man. And that's a few compared to the billions of people upon the earth, man. All right, and that 144,000 is going to come out of the tribes of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They're the only ones set up, the elect of those, to find that straight gate and narrow way, which ultimately is going to lead to life and salvation, man. All right, because America's about to be destroyed in the midst of World War III. 200 million nuclear missiles are going to hit this place, destroy this place. But before that, you're going to have all different types of judgments and prophecies popping off in this place, man. Jacob's trouble, martial law, famines, extreme food shortages, sedition among men, all right, riots, race wars, civil wars. All of these things must happen in order for the kingdom to come, man. All right, and even in those times, you're going to have the spirit of going through the straits, enduring those said afflictions, man. You know what I'm saying? In hopes of making it into the kingdom, in hopes of receiving salvation from the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man. Mercy, redemption. All right. All right, it's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 2. It is better to go, Salaki, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all man, and the living will lay it to his heart. All right, so it's better to go into the house of mourning, man. It's better to go down that straight and narrow path, that path of mourning and affliction, than it is to go out in the house of feasting, man, the way of this world. Because you see, 2/3 of our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, have entered through that door in that house of feasting, man. Just partying, and you know what I'm saying, and doing as thou wilt in this place. All right, rather than going into that door of mourning, you know, affliction, you know, going through those straits for the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man, correcting themselves, receiving correction and rebuke and chastisement, all right, enduring the afflictions of being in this sinful and wicked society while striving for righteousness, man. All right, enduring and afflicting the flesh while trying to uplift and obtain the spirit, man. Meanwhile, 2/3 of our people are indulging in the flesh and disregarding the spirit. All right, completely in the house of feasting, man. Doing what's pleasing to the flesh, what's pleasing unto their hearts, unto their minds. Meanwhile, we are supposed to do what's pleasing unto the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man. All right, going into the house of mourning, man, sighing and crying against this place. All right, against the wickedness of this place, the sin, the atrocity. All right, the spiritual and mental state of our people, man. You know, standing up against this place and everything that's pushed in this place that's meant to destroy the minds and hearts of our people. All right, it says, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better, man. All right, so sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better, man. Because when you're sorrowful, man, you can reflect, you can self-examine, you can think, you can meditate. You know what I'm saying? But when you in that spirit of mirth, or in that spirit of feasting, right? You're not thinking on, you're not thinking on spiritual things. You're not thinking on how to get better, how to improve, how to please the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. In fact, it's the exact opposite. All right, so that sorrow, you know what I'm saying, going through that straight gate, going through those afflictions, all right, those trials and tribulations is better for your soul, man, because during those things, you can meditate, man. You can think on how to improve, how to get out of that sad state through the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, through your faith, through your hope, through your endurance, man. All right, it says, by sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better, man. All right, so when you sadden, when you sorrowful, you know what I'm saying, in the spirit, the countenance of your heart, your mind is made better, man, because again, you're able to reflect and think and meditate on those things of why you in that situation in the first place. And then with that comes the solution and the prayers on how to get up out of it, man. You know what I'm saying? How to do those things which are pleasing unto the Lord, to where He have mercy upon you and take you up out of that situation, man. Take you out of that sorrowful heart. All right. And it says, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. All right, so the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, man. And the wise is that hopeful elect, those that seriously seeking the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, while he may be found, man. Those with a repentant spirit, a contrite heart. All right. It says the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, man. So the heart of the wise are the ones that's going to be taking that affliction and those trials and tribulations, you know what I'm saying, for the Lord's sake, to please the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, to be found pleasing in the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, being corrected, being purified, being chastened, all right, being brought through that fire, having those impurities burnt up off them, man. You know what I'm saying, to be a pleasing servant in the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. It says the heart of the wise, the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 7 and verse 4, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. All right, and 2/3 of our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, their hearts and their minds are in the house of mirth right now, the house of folly, sin, the house of completely disregarding the words of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and what he desires of us, from us as a people, man, as his chosen people. All right, it says, it is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. So it's better to hear the rebuke of the wise. All right, and again, that wise, those wise counsels been the men of the Lord that's set up on the highways and byways and on the internet to correct and chastise the people of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Ultimately, to turn your hearts and minds back unto the Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, it's better to hear the rebuke of the wise, because that rebuke comes with correction, chastisement, redemption, if you allow it to work itself within you, man. All right. It says, it is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. All right, and that's what 2/3 of our people are listening to, the song of fools, the song and the melody that's being played in this place, America, man. All right, you turn on the social media, you turn on the TV, you look out into the world, the conversations of the people is just a song of fools, man. All right, what's going on in the world, the latest news with celebrities and, just stuff that really don't matter, man. It's a song of fools, and it's actually a lullaby just rocking our people to sleep, keeping them asleep in this place. But the Lord told us to arise and depart from this place. Flee from this place, man. All right, be awoken through this truth, through the knowledge and wisdom and understanding of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Calling on those true names, keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities. All right, standing for the Lord. All right, being made a spectacle, All right, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 24. I'm going to start at verse 27. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. All right, and if I'm not mistaken, Moses prophesied and preached for 100 years. All right, and our people still disregarded that message, man. He preached and prophesied of a destruction, a great flood that was going to befall the land. But 2/3 of our people, just like back in those days, they disregarding that message today, man. They disregarded the warnings, the prophesying, the teachings of Noah, and continued in their folly, continued in their mirth, their sin, their transgression, all the way up into the day of judgment. And the Lord said, this flood, or this second destruction, this second death is going to be by fire, man. 200 million nuclear missiles are going to destroy this place, America, in the midst of World War III. All right, but 2/3 of our people are in that same spirit as they were during the times of Noah, man. Drinking and giving into marriage, just being in folly, being in mirth. All right, being in the house of feasting rather than the house of mourning. Doing those things that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua requires of them to be saved up out of that flood. And in this sense, that flood of fire that's about to befall this place. It says, verse 39, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be, man. So 2/3 of our people, they're not going to know what's going on because they completely disregarded the warning and the prophecies of the prophets, the men of the Lord, out on the highways and byways and on the internet teaching his word, man. So when the Son of Man comes, the coming of Yahushua comes, they're not going to know what to do. And at that time, it's going to be too late because they chose to disregard the word of the Lord. Or his hand was stretched out. You know what I'm saying? It was stretched out unto our people, man. But they slapped it away. They completely disregarded his word, that helping hand. So in that day, just like in the days of Noah, man, they're going to be swept away in that flood of fire. that's about to befall this place, the judgments that's about to befall this place, the famine, the pestilences, martial law, the sedition among men, the race wars, the civil wars, and ultimately the 200 million nuclear missiles that's about to befall this place. Are they going to be swept up in those things because they chose not the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua? They chose not to go down that straight gate and that narrow path which leadeth unto life. They chose that broad way, man, to continue in they folly, the drinking, the giving into marriage, the mirth, the feasting, which is ultimately going to lead into destruction, man. All right. Then that spirit of laughing now and crying later. Meanwhile, that hopeful elect are in the spirit of crying, mourning now, and going to laugh later when they start seeing the judgments and things that the Lord push upon this place, which have to happen in order for salvation.